Hey there YouTube, Wrestlingoptimus here, back with another epic unboxing video. I got a ton of new figures recently, and I can't wait to get into them. But first, if you're new here, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more pro wrestling and action figure content. Now, well, let's get into the action figures. Alright, so what's cool about today's video is we basically have three general types of figures I'm going to be looking at. The first is ones I'm taking out of the box. Second is ones I'm leaving in the box. And third is ones that already came loose. And we're going to start with the latter. So, I finally have a Sting to go with my Darby Allin from his kind of WCW days. I guess technically this is Mattel, so it's probably from, yeah, it's WWE, but it's supposed to look like his WCW days. And this is going to go great as a manager for my Darby Allin that I got recently. Unfortunately, it's already out of the box, so I can't show you the box. But, yeah, the paint's pretty good, you know, especially for a loose, already used figure. You can see on the gloves there, on the sides, he's got the scorpions. The face paint is supposed to look like it's coming off, so that is, you know, supposed to be there. As for the rest of the paint, it looks pretty good. So I think I got a good deal. It's maybe 10 bucks on Mercari, I think. And yeah, there you go. Got a Sting for my Darby Allin. And the best part is, I can finally replace my LJN Sting that I've been using from his Surfer Sting days. Obviously, it's completely out of scale with all my other figures, so it looked really dumb, even though some people seem to like it. Now I have an actual in-scale figure. By the way, there may be more LJN coming up. Okay, next up, we got two that came together because two different versions of CM Punk. That's right. At this point, they've advertised it so much, they've hinted at it so much, if he doesn't show up, I don't know, the fans are gonna riot or something, okay? So he's coming. He's got to be coming. Here we go, the one that kind of mimics Macho Man Randy Savage with the pink trunks and the yellow boots. And then here we have the one with the six-pointed stars around there, and black and white gear, basically. They have very similar head sculpts. The paint's kind of coming off on this one a little bit in the hair. Very similar tattoos, X's on the hands. There's the back. This one says CM Punk. We got more stars on this one. Yeah, I'm really happy with both. Basically, whichever one's closer to his gear when he finally does arrive is the one I'm going to use. But I'm excited for CM Punk. I'm really, really excited. I wasn't watching wrestling when CM Punk was big, so I wanna experience what that was like. Okay, moving on to the next category, which is ones I'm gonna keep in box. I wouldn't necessarily say they're mint on card because, especially with the one, I did kind of open it up a little. So it's not mint, but they are on card. And I mentioned earlier, LJN, well guess what? The brand new AEW LJN series. This is the very first one. It's Cody Rhodes. Just like other LJNs, they are not posable. They are just stuck in a pose. But look at this blue and yellow packaging. I think it looks super cool. We got this old school font down here for wrestling superstars. We got the kind of cartoon Cody here. We have a bunch of people. I was trying to figure out who they are. I'm not really sure. They might be real people. They might not be. But they are all also on the poster that comes with this. Now, I kind of want to open this up, take the poster out, and then put it all back together. I don't know yet. This one so far is still mint. And then we got this kind of card you can cut out. I am definitely not cutting that out. But it talks, you know, it's kind of like an old trading card. Gives his stats and whatnot, a little bio. Yeah, this thing's really, really cool. I've loved the AEW packaging ever since the first figures came out in Series 1. It is very big. So here's the old LJN Sting I was just holding up a minute ago to give you an idea of the scale. And here's a regular, like, Mattel figure. So, you know, it's really, really massive, but I kind of like that. And again, I'm just going to be displaying it anyway, so there you go. Okay, the next one I'm not really opening up because I'm keeping it in the box is the special Ringside Collectibles edition of Jurassic Express. This is the exclusive to Ringside Collectibles, and I'll say right now, it's not mint because we have a little bit of a crease and issue there on that flap. Oh well, whatever. Not the biggest deal in the world to me. I don't care if my stuff is truly mint. But you open it up. This is not the Chase variant where Jungle Boy has Luchasaurus on his shoulders. This is the just kind of standard one where Jungle Boy is up there on Luchasaurus' shoulders. I love these figures. I do already have some loose ones that I use in my videos. There's Jungle Boy, there's Luchasaurus, all his tattooed glory. They have extra hands if you did take them out, so you can always do that. I love these flaps. They are held together by these Velcro pieces right here. But we'll put that back together and show you the back here. Kind of like a lot of the other boxes, it has pictures and, you know, fake signatures. But it's a great scene out here in the jungle, Jurassic Express, Ringside exclusive. This one's going to be displayed with those wings open, and you're going to see that when I show off my display shelves that I recently bought and installed, coming up in the video soon. But there you go, Jurassic Express. And finally, the third category is ones we're going to be opening up. This is an unboxing video after all. We have no WWE basics to open, but we do have a WWE Elite. That's right, she came back. It's Zalina Vega, Thea Trinidad, real name. Actual, I believe, wife at this point to Malachi Black. And she does wear this crown to the ring, so I'm really glad I got this. I originally wanted the double pack with the Andrade that has the La Sombra mask. I still wish I had that. But I can't find it for a good price, so I just got a good Andrade. I've been using him in my videos, and now I have a Zelena Vega. Here's the back of the box. Picture of her, little bio, pretty normal stuff. Side is the same picture. Other side is a different picture. Oh, that's the one up front here. So, there you go. And now, as Matt Cardona, the Michael Jordan of action figure collecting, likes to say, let's let her breathe. Take the trash, throw it over there. We got a blue background with the kind of crowd scene. I like these a lot better than those generic kind of striped backgrounds, so I might be able to use this in my arena. That's cool. As for extras, we got an extra set of hands. So one's kind of making this like, you know, almost like a rock symbol, and the other's just an open fist. We also have her crown that she's been using lately. And finally, we have this really cool jacket. It's got Vega and a bunch of really sick designs on the back. And then it straps right here in the front with this kind of normal clasping mechanism. I'm not going to put it on her right now. We're just going to take a look at the figure. And here it is. Zalina Vega. She's got a red gear on, and the first thing I want to say, that head sculpt is incredible. That looks exactly like her. The hands, we got kind of this weird open hand, but it also kind of grips as well. Let me see if I can spin that. There we go. Kind of grips things, I guess. And then an open fist on this side. Nothing real special about the gear. It's just kind of trimmed with this polka dot pattern. Otherwise, it's solid color. Doesn't really say anything on her butt. Comes up into this kind of collar around her neck, though. And then the hair does the thing that goes over the shoulder. They've been doing with a lot of the women lately. So, there you go. Real quick, as I always do, let's see if she passes the stand-up test. Yep, she stands up really well. She's incredibly balanced, and with the ankle articulations, it really makes it easy to pose her. So, this is great. Really like the figure on a WWE Elite scale. I'm going to say 9 out of 10, actually. 9 out of 10, because that face is great. You got some cool accessories, and she stands up really well. Very well done, WWE, and glad to see her back. The other WWE Elite that we're opening today is part of a kind of special line, the Nxt Fan Takeover line. According to the back, this also includes X-Pac, Christian, and Randy Orton, and I may or may not be trying to get this Christian right now to add to my AEW collection, but this is WWE, this is NXT, and this is Johnny Gargano. And, oh, look, I happen to be wearing an X-Men shirt, and he's in his Wolverine cosplay. Check that out. Pretty standard stuff. Let's let him breathe. Toss the trash. Over there. This one's got this awesome yellow background. It's got some fans down here. Big old bright yellow. Look at that. Just in your face. I like it. Got a couple of extra hands here. Looks like a left hand open palm, right hand fist, open fist I should say, and then left and right hand fists. But the coolest part, this Wolverine vest. Look at that thing. Clasp in the back, so I'm not going to take it apart. See the little tab right there. Very cool. Loving that. Might put it on him in a minute. But here he is, as I kind of thought. Open palm right hand, left hand open fist to make up for the other two. But yeah, 4 extra hands, and here's the figure. Got this awesome cityscape on his trunks there. We got the Johnny Gargano kind of smiley face logo there and on the knee pad. What's really cool, and I hope you can see this on the camera, is he's got Wolverine claws on his wristbands. That is such good detailing, as is, look at that. Johnny Wrestling, written in X-Men like kind of font. Specifically like the Wolverine font. That's so cool. I really love that detailing. Here's the back of the knee pads, striped in Wolverine's colors from the comics. This is a great figure. I'll also say that face looks just like him, especially at the time. He's got a little bit of a different look now, but great head sculpt. Got all the articulations of an Elite figure. All we have to do is see if he stands up. Wow, I literally set him down in this awkward-ass pose, and he still stood up perfectly. He's going to stand up in basically every single possible position. This is a really solid figure. All the joints, they're a little stiff, so it can stay in place, but they're not so stiff that they, like, don't move. That's, like, the perfect amount of flexibility. I'm going to go 10 out of 10. This is a fantastic figure. I'm really liking this line. I don't necessarily need all the ones in it, but this one in particular, as an X-Men fan with a huge bias, is a 10 out of 10. Really just epic work by you guys over there at WWE and Mattel. By the way, here's what he looks like with the vest on. Almost even better in my opinion. I'm an idiot. I just realized Sting was back here the whole time. Anyway, the last category we're looking at today is AEW Unrivaled. Of course, my favorite type of figures that are on the market today. The AEW Unrivaled collection is just killing it. Their only problem? Distribution. I never see them in the wild. I always have to order them online, wait forever for them to ship, deal with things being out of stock forever, and then finally get it 2 or 3 waves in. I don't like that. I want to be able to go to a store and get the figures I want. Well, Target has finally started having figures in the stores, and it's not just me. I've been hearing this online. But we're going to start today with one that I absolutely did not think I was going to find in the wild. When I opened up my last Nick Jackson figure, I was really scared that I would not be able to find the corresponding Matt Jackson figure and complete that tag team. Well, guess what? One of the first ones I see in store is a lone Matt Jackson. So we're going to be opening this up today. Real quick, taking a look at the box. This was part of Series 3. This was the second set of Young Bucks that came out. This was part of the series with Darby Allin, Pac, Orange Cassidy, and Riho, all of which I have. And this basically completes the series for me. That's also what the back of the box looks like. As always, they have the picture and the fake signature. On the front, as you saw, name and likeness. AEW on that side, AEW on that side. This is number 23 overall. Let's let him breathe. Packaging. 8th floor. Here's the figure. Matt Jackson. They already have him posed like that. He's got this sick vest on. This is definitely as they're turning a little more heel and getting more gaudy with their look. I will say, just like I said with Nick, I don't know if I necessarily like this kind of fabric extra piece here, as opposed to its hard plastic part of the leg on the Series 1 Young Bucks. I think it could have been executed better. I think just having these like random ropes hanging down looks really cheap. We have the hard plastic fringe on the jacket. My biggest issue with these figures, and I have the same issue with Nick, is that the face sculpts are just terrible. I thought the face sculpts were better in Series 1, and I don't know why you basically get worse. You should be improving with each series. So, I don't know why the face sculpt got worse, at least in my opinion. That is just my opinion. Here's the back of the jacket, just says Elite. And now, finally, we're going to do ourselves a stand test. Just like I've kind of been noticing lately, some of the AEW figures do have a little bit of a balancing problem. I'm thinking the torsos are just kind of heavy overall. But the good thing is, with all the articulations they put in, you can pose them into ways that counteract those balancing issues. But the very fact that I have to do that at all, I wish they'd work on that a little bit. I don't know if it's just maybe because of this jacket, it does feel very top heavy. On an AEW Elite scale, this is unfortunately going to be pretty low. I'd say this is like a 5 or a 6. Glad to have another Young Buck, glad to complete the tag team, but again, execution. It's all about execution. Cheap quality, can't get this off. Balancing issues, weird face sculpt. Let's go 5 out of 10. Next up is another figure that's gonna technically be a duplicate, but I think it's better than the other one, so it's gonna kind of replace the one I already have, and that's MJF. This one does not come with a scarf, like the Series 2, I think it was, Series 2 or 3. It does come with a microphone again, so now I have 2 AEW mics. It does come with extra hands, as you can see, but yeah, no scarf. However, I just like the trunks, I like the armbands, and I like the face sculpt better than I liked on the last one. This is part of Series 6. Also comes with Jake Hager, who I will admit I'm probably not going to get, just because I like the Jack Swagger figure I have from WWE better. A Jericho, I'm going to probably get a different Jericho, not this one, so we'll see. Hikaru Shida may or may not be coming up later. And then the second round of the Lucha Bros. This is their gold outfits, as opposed to the kind of black and white outfits I think they were in Series 2. I really like the Series 2 ones. I don't need gold variants, so I probably won't buy them. But here he is, a second MJF. Let's let him breathe. Packaging. Go bye-bye. Alright, here is MJF in all of his glory. I will point out yet again that all of these AEW figures I found in the wild. Okay, we have the microphone, just to show you that. But I will say this one's a little bit thicker than before, and his hand is also a little bit thicker than before. If you recall, that other one was like so unnaturally small on the grip. I don't think any of the other figures can really tightly hold the mic at all. This mic does seem to be a little bit bigger. It's still much noticeably smaller than WWE though. Oh yeah, before we get started, an extra set of hands. Both of them are open grips. But as you can see, they are a little bit too big for the mic. So they're not as small as that mic holding hand. One really cool thing about this figure is it's got, and I hope that shows up on camera, the Dynamite Diamond ring on that fist. So that's the coolest part about that hand, is it has the ring on it. And while he's being held up here, that face sculpt is awesome. I'm loving the hair, loving the face. He's got the cocky eyebrow. Over here we got an arm pad. these same kind of Burberry style wristbands. And then we have this gold trim on his trunks. It looks to be like kind of lion heads, I think. And then it says MJF in that kind of regal font on the back. Black boots, black knee pads, pretty standard there. Let's see how well my new MJF stands up. I don't know if you can see it on camera really well, but in person, this one has a much lighter skin tone that just looks kind of unrealistic, whereas this looks like fake tan boy. And there's the two head sculpts. I don't know. I think this one just looks a lot better. Also, this head sculpt has facial hair. Like, you can really see his kind of sideburns into that beard there, which the other one basically has no facial hair at all. So I'm really, really liking this. Glad I'm replacing that MJF with this one. And on an Elite scale, I'm going to go like 8.5. It's really, really well done. I'd say my only real complaint is just lack of accessories. Give me another scarf. Give me a sport coat maybe, because he's been wearing sport coats to the ring a lot. Something like that. Maybe a political sign from his campaign days. But that's my only complaint. We're going to go 8.5 out of 10. Okay, for this next figure, I was not going to buy it because I don't want to pay shipping and all that. And I technically already have him. But when I saw him in the store, I had to get him. Here he is, Matt Hardy. It sucks because he's doing his big money Matt gimmick. He doesn't look like this at all. This is his broken gimmick. But I have the WWE drone, and we're going to see how this drone compares. It's also got some extra hands, as you can see. Still really cool. Plus, he's got this really awesome long trench coat. So we're going to let him breathe. Oh, by the way, this is part of the series. I already have Santana Ortiz, Sammy Guevara, and I don't have the Cody or the Kenny from this series. I only have Kenny from Series 1, and I recently opened up the Double or Nothing Cody. Toss the trash over there. And we're going to start with the hands. It comes with 4 extra hands. So we have a left fist. We have a right open fist. We have a left open fist. And we have a right, I don't even know what to call it. It's just a broken mat hand. Alright, here we go. This is the AEW version of a drone. I believe canonically this is Neo 1. And this is the WWE version of a drone, canonically known as Vanguard 1. First thing, this one is significantly larger. Second, this one, however, has working propeller blades, whereas these are stationary. And the third biggest difference is this is a flat piece, and this is a full sculpted piece. It's quite heavy. The plastic on the drone is much heavier duty on this one than this one. This one feels kind of cheap and fragile. This one feels bulky and sturdy. I wish these propellers moved, but at the same time, sometimes these moving propellers do, get in the way and get annoying. So, but with that said, this is far superior. Good job, AEW. Definitely giving me my money's worth with this drone. That's a great accessory, kind of one of a kind. And here's the figure itself. Broken Matt Hardy. Loving the face sculpt. Loving that big red patch of hair. And how just kind of out of control and crazy it is. This jacket is ridiculous. Absolutely incredible. I know it's not showing up on the camera, but this kind of dark red pattern that's all over this black is really great. Taking a look at the hands here, we have this crazy Matt Hardy hand again, but for the left hand. And over here, we have this really cool, like, almost gun-pointing finger. So, I like that. Now let's open this up. And he's got these really cool pants. Same thing, dark red pattern on black. And here's the torso. It's just kind of a plain torso. I don't think he has any tattoos to speak of, at least not, on his torso. Let's do a stand test. Yup, he stands right up. I like that. He's got I feel like his shoes are bigger than a lot of the other AEW figures. Gives him a lot of stability. He's very sturdy when I put him on the ground there. So, I like that. Again, the face sculpt is great. I do have other Matt Hardys. I'll probably keep using them because they look a little closer to Big Money Matt. I don't have any in a suit, so I can't really fully replicate him in my videos, but it's nice to have this one around in case he becomes broken again. Last but not least, the box is a little bit damaged, but we got Hikaru Shida. This is part of that same line that MJF was in. Here's the back picture of her with the signature. She looks like she's giving a big old knee to Nyla Rose. Like Riho, she also comes with a women's belt, so I actually have 2 women's belts now. Loving that. Doesn't look like there's any extra hands or anything other than the belt. A little bit disappointed in that. I think Riho was the same. She might have at least had extra hands. Yeah, I wish with the women they'd give us a little more than just a belt or one thing. Same criticism I had with MJF, which seems to kind of be this line. It just didn't have a lot of accessories. She is number 48 overall, and it's time to let her breathe. Alright, one last piece of trash. Over into the corner. Here is the belt. We've already seen one. Ta-da! Yay, another title belt. And here she is, Hikaru Shida. Longest reigning AEW women's champion of all time. Let's get that arm down there. She's got 2 open fist hands. I'm hoping she can hold a kendo stick. I don't know why it didn't come with a kendo stick. She carries it to the ring and always has. I don't know what these are called in Japanese culture, but it was, yeah, the toe shoes. It looks like this kind of skirt-looking thing does slide off maybe, but I don't feel like doing it right now because it might be hard to get these straps back on over the hair. Speaking of the hair, it's got that cool purple streak in it, and as I pointed out with the Zelena Vega figure, kind of goes over the shoulder here. Does make posing the head a little bit more difficult from time to time, but it also looks cool, so. She's got the red ring gear and red gloves, as well as these kind of armbands that extend all the way past the elbow. And there she is. I like it. Decent detail. Overall pretty good. Let's do a stand test before our final rating. Oh, and I almost forgot, Matt Hardy, let's give him a 9. He's really, really well done. My only thing is just that he gave up that gimmick before I got the figure. Hikaru Shida, really, really great figure. I need to knock some points off like I did with some of the others. Complete lack of accessories at all. Not even extra hands. There's really no excuse for that anymore. Just, that's the standard now. You gotta give us some accessories with the figure. You can't just do that unless it's like a WWE basic. So, with the lack of those, I'm gonna give this, the face sculpt's good. The outfit's really, really cool. I like that her hands are open to hold a kendo stick. I love the shoes. It does come with a belt if you didn't already have one from Riho. I don't want to go all the way down to an 8 because it is a really good figure and I'm glad to have it, and I love Hikaru Shida, but that lack of accessories really bugs me. So 8.5 for the figure. And that will do it for today's unboxing video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to do all that normal YouTube stuff. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with any wrestling or action figure fans you may know. And of course, come talk to me over on social media. I'm on Twitter at Wrestlingoptimus. I'm on Instagram at Wrestlingoptimus. You can also check out my Facebook group. Just search for Wrestlingoptimus. Alright, until next time, I will catch you guys later.